morning, everyone. I am back. I am back from Nebraska. Let me tell you, that was quite a couple of days. The reason we went to Nebraska was because Miss Riley had her regionals in her twirling. She had 11 events that she had to perform in, and the girl did great. She got second in 3 events and third in another. But that little girl twirled her butt off, and so we're quite proud of her. And so now all that's left for this season is this coming Sunday is her recital, and then she's done for a month, and then it's back to the grind and she starts her new season. So we'll see what happens next year. So we're really excited. She did a great job. They had judges there from all over the United States, and this one judge from New York, oh my gosh, he just loved her. They had to do a solo, and then they had to sit after their solo, and they had to have composure, and they had to answer questions, just random questions from the judges. And you could tell that this guy was Italian, and he was asking her questions about what she wanted to be when she grew up, and family stuff. And of course she talked about Milo, and you know, it was so cute. But she twirled her little butt off. We were very, very proud of her. So that's where I was Friday, Saturday, and we Sunday finished up the events, and then we left after that was over. So we didn't get home till it was after 7 p.m. Central Time. So today we're going to tackle this new technique that Haley, Marie, and I have been collaborating on for about a week. You guys remember my skull where we did, let me grab it here, where we did this layering technique with the bloom. And after I did this in this mold, you know, Haley and I are a lot alike. You know, when we think of something, we can't stop thinking about it. So she brought up an idea to me. She emailed me and gave me her idea of what she thought would be kind of cool in this. And of course, then I couldn't stop thinking about it. So I was been thinking about it wherever I go, and just nonstop thinking about it. So we're going to try that very same technique, but in this. And so you guys are just going to have to go with me on this, and it's just an experiment, and we're going to see if we can't get an effect like this, but not like this. Does that make sense? So just bear with me when I try this, and we're going to see what we can get with this bloom. Flatter surface except for this center part, but we're going to try to make this work. And so sit back, get your cup of tea, get your glass of wine, get your coffee, whatever it is that you're drinking, and get some chips, popcorn, whatever it is, and we're going to see if we can't create something that I don't think I've ever seen created, but we're going to see if we can't make it work. So everybody cross your fingers and your toes, and we're going to see what we can do. So let me mix up some resin, and I will be right back. Okay? Be right back. Okay. Got my resin mixed up. I am going to pipe today. I've mixed up, got 40 mLs. Gonna mix up my watt. Gonna use Let's Resin Ocean White. Get it to come out here. One, two, my resin is crystal clear, no bubbles. Seriously? Going everywhere. Trying to get that white off the bottom. Sometimes I think it's better to mix this stuff in a paper cup versus a silicone. Just because I think sometimes it mixes better. To remember that. So there's our white. It's not 100% opaque. You can still kind of see through the stick. All right, pour this. Some of those bubbles. I know I'm not going to need all of this, but it's better to have too much than not enough, in my opinion. Now this is not going to have any color in it. It's all just going to be white. Okay, now I'm going to pour this. Let me stick to pour in here. Sorry about my reach. I just want it to come up to there. I don't want it to come above the dome part. And we can wipe all that off, that's not a problem. Check for bubbles. Don't see any. All right. We are just going to cut a little hole. We don't want a big hole. It's probably good enough. We'll try it, and if it's not big enough, then we'll cut a bigger hole. So basically what we're going to do is we're just going to pipe some petals in here. Okay, that's all we're doing. With that, get this wiped off the top. Okay, that's it. We're gonna let those bloom, and then we're gonna come back. I'm not touching them. Okay, we'll be back for the next layer. Bye guys. Hi everyone, welcome back. Okay, we're going on to our second layer. I've already got my resin mixed up. I've got the second layer poured. The first layer didn't bloom that well. I'm wondering if it's because it was such a shallow layer. So on the second layer, I'm pouring it just a little bit deeper. So I've got my my resin in there, and then this will be the second and last layer for the white. I've got my white in here, and I am mixing that up. I need to add my alcohol ink. I may need to add more white. We'll see how opaque it is. I'm using a paper cup this time. I think that's just perfect. And I can't I think I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do the U-shape petals. Like I said, I don't think the bottom layer was thick enough. It didn't have any space to move. That's what I'm guessing, because I hardly used any resin in that first layer. I'm just going to use my cup this time. Let's see if I can do it that way. I'm not very good at using a stick. I can maybe use a pipette. We can try it that way. See how that works. But everything's up to temperature and ready to rock and roll. All right. Let's see how we do here. Wipe this off, squirt just a little bit so we have no bubbles. Gave it more wispiness so that it has a little bit more room to expand. So hopefully that helps in that area. Okay, well, we'll wait for this to get tacky enough that I can come back and we'll do the last layer. Alright guys, we'll see you in an hour or so. Alright, see you in a little while. Bye! Okay, welcome back everybody. We are ready for the last layer. And I'm going to go ahead and pour in my white. Let me check this temperature first. Forgot to do that. All my other ones I always had it ready. Check this one. Yep, it's ready. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pour in my white. And then I'll go ahead and pour in here. And then I'll drop my inks while I'm mixing up my white. Okay, the colors I chose. I'm going to use watermelon and yellow today. Something different. Let me see. I think I'll put yellow in the center. And I'm not going to swirl the center. Wondering if I should, because that's going to be clear. I'll just do a little tiny swirl. Just like that. Okay. All right, guys, we're going to leave it to cure, and we will come back when it's done. See you in a little while. Bye. Okay, guys, I think it's time we can get this out of here. Let's try this. Oh, wow. It's still a little warm. Just took it out of my curing machine. That's actually kind of cool. Turned out way better than I thought it would. I half expected that these would be a lot more wispy, but the white didn't really show much behind the flower, but you can see it. Let me get a, I think if we put a background on this, I didn't do that because not that color. Put white behind it just to see what it looks like. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think the white kind of takes away from everything. Let me try. Let's see what are the colors I have. Second look in here. Got all kinds of colors. It's just trying to pick the right one. Second. Just gonna grab them all and we'll see what they all look like. So there's the blue. Let's see what red looks like. Red gets rid of everything. Yellow just makes everything disappear. Purple. Pink. I just don't know what color to put on the back of it if we were to do any color. Black just doesn't look right. I mean, it looks okay, but it kind of just, well, I guess it does look pretty good. Sure brings out the white behind those petals back there. Maybe that's what we need to do, is black. That really shows all the colors off a lot. I think that might be the color we need to use. Dark purple too, but I don't think that's gonna. Dark purple looks good too. Matter of fact, I think I like the dark purple better than I like the black. It's really pretty. I think I like that. Well, I can put it back on it because otherwise you can't see any of the weight behind here, because it just disappears without it. So I think we're going to need a back. I really like that. It's pretty. Very pretty. Now, these out here were obviously supposed to look like petals, but because there was so little space for them to bloom, it almost looks like a, you know how edges of flowers, you know, before they open up, you know? I don't know how to explain it. You know, like that flower, a chrysanthemum. You know how all the petals curl in and then they kind of open up. That's kind of what it reminds me of. I don't know, I hope this is what Haley was referring to, but I think she was thinking more that these petals would spread more, and maybe just if I would have just put one row and they just would have spread a little bit. But it is very pretty. I mean, even like this. So I think I will put, well, you guys tell me in the comments what you think I should put. If I should put purple back on it, or just leave it like as if it's doesn't have a back, like this. You tell me what you guys think. Because if it doesn't have a back, this is what it would look like. And then this would be with the back. Trying to cover that light up so it's not so bright. I'm trying to figure this lighting situation out, and I'm not having much luck. During the day it's not so bad, it's just at night. So that would be with the purple background. Alright guys, you guys tell me in the comments what you think of the whole thing in itself, and then what you think would look good as a background, if you think it should have a background, or should it just stay like it is. I mean, this, you can't really see anything like this, but you really can there. That's the purple. And then this would be black. This black kind of has a blue tint to it, so alright guys, let me know what you think. Haley, you need to chime in and tell me what you think, if this is what you were thinking, or if we were on the same wavelength. I love it. I think it's beautiful. I think if I were to do it again, I would just do one row of petals the first time and the second time, except for I think I would do the first row up higher and then do the second row lower, or vice versa, whichever, instead of doing 2 rows both times. But it's pretty. It looks like little petals, you know, opening up, and then this would be the center of the flower. It's very pretty. I like it. It's very cute. It's very unique. And I guess if you really wanted to, you could add color to these and not have them be white. There's so many options you could do with this. Lots of different options. You could add in some gold or sparkle, or just, you know, something in the white, and then the white would bloom out with whatever you put in with it, whatever mica powder you put in with it. Kind of, you know, like with the dirty pours I've been doing. Yeah, so let me know what you think. I do have an extra over here that I've been filling with resin, and it's been sitting over here. I keep forgetting about it. I filled up this cat, you know, this cat mold that I used the magic pour in, but I've been filling it up with resin. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it out of here so you guys can see what it looks like with resin in it versus magic pour. I was using black last week with all those dirty pours for the backings, and whatever was left over, I was just putting it in here. So I suppose I could probably add alcohol to this since it's just resin and not magic pour. Put that in there. And boom, she's out. And I didn't get the hole underneath her chin like I did with the magic pour. It is a matte mold, obviously. So yeah, there's the black cat. I don't know why it's shiny on her head and in certain places on her body, but not everywhere. It's interesting. I thought it'd be kind of cute to put green eyes on her with the green metallic marker. See, cat eyes are round with a slit. Well, sometimes they have a slit, sometimes. This marker doesn't want to mark on this. Doesn't want to mark on this. Have to use a different marker. Oh well, I'll figure it out and then I'll show it to you guys. Once I find a pin that'll mark on it. Because I don't have any itty bitty eyeballs. 6 millimeters are the smallest I have, and I think they're too big. I'm a little sure of it. Yeah. They're way too big. Way too big. I need to find some little bitty ones, smaller than 6 millimeter. I'll figure it out and then I'll show it to you guys. When you guys let me know what color to back this in. And then I have a couple other things over here too that are extras that I've been using for the extra resin that I've been pouring too. So let me know, y'all. I want to know what you want me to back this with, or what you think, or is it worth backing? I'd like to know what you guys think about this. I think it's beautiful. It's just very unique. Very, very unique. Very, very unique. Didn't get any bubbles in it either, which is even better. So let me know what you guys think. I'm dying to know. Alright guys, that's all for me today or tonight, I guess. Took me all day to get that done. And working on another project as we speak, so we'll start that up tomorrow, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright everyone, good night. Sweet dreams. Bye. Love y'all.